What's up, guys? This is Rick from DFS On Demand, and this is your preview for the US Open. All right, the U.S. Open. This is probably my favorite golf tournament of the year. There's just something magical about it. The course is going to be set up extremely difficult. It's going to be a true test for these golfers, so I'm excited. This is being played at Oakmont Country Club out in western Pennsylvania. It was last played here in 2007. It's a 7,200-yard par 70, and Jordan Spieth is your defending champion from last year. I think I have to make it very clear how difficult this course is going to be set up. Some reports have this as quoting some officials saying that this might be the hardest golf course ever. Last time this was played, the U.S. Open was played at Oakmont, 5 over par was the winning score. There's a real chance this turns into a bloodbath this week. Certainly likely that a winning score is over par. And this might actually be one of the few weeks, maybe the only week all season, where your DraftKings players might be better off missing the cut than having to stick around on the weekend. And what I mean by that is, and if you look back at the last couple of years, guys are actually losing fantasy points on the weekend because it's getting even more difficult and bogeys are costing them points. For example, in 2007, 11 over was the cut line. So guys played 2 rounds. They were 11 over par. They were cut. If they finished at 11 over par, they would have finished in a tie for 10th. So basically, everyone but the top 10 players were dropping past what the cut line was after Friday. So this is a really interesting event. Because of that, I'm probably going to play a very heavy studs and scrubs lineup where I'm going to try to get the best players in the world and a handful of scrubs. If the scrubs make the cut or make a deep run, great. But if they miss the cut, honestly, it might not kill you this week. Okay, let's start with Justin Rose. I love Jason Day. I love Rory McIlroy this week, but I don't think they're worth talking about. I think that Justin Rose is $10,500, so he's much more reasonable than the guys who are priced above him. And he's just sneaky good. He's number 1 in all around rank on the PGA Tour. That's where they put all of the categories together, where you rank in the main categories, and they say who's quote the all around best player. This season, it's Justin Rose, and it's not close. So obviously he's number 1, so he's better than Day, he's better than Rory, he's better than everyone. There's nobody better than him. And he's just always overlooked. I don't know if it's, there's nothing sexy about this guy. He doesn't do anything crazy like Rory or Jason Day would, but he is just constantly at the top of the leaderboard. I think his ownership, in majors, I think he's more highly owned than than usual, but I still think he's going to be under-owned compared to these other guys. And the pricing this week is very, very soft, so you can get a lot of players that you want. He's played 10 PGA events this season. He's made 8 cuts. When he's made the cut, he's finished in the top 20 every single time. He has 5 top 10s, and he's been really, really good at the U.S. Open. So the last 4 years alone, a T27, a T12. Remember that he won it, and then a T21. He missed a couple of cuts after that, or before that, I should say. But in 2003, he finished in a tie for 5th, and in 2007, when this was last played at Oakmont, he finished in a tie for 10th. So this guy certainly has the ability to go deep at a U.S. Open, and he's playing excellent golf right now. Okay, to me, Matt Kuchar at 8,500 that's a wrong price. I think that he is much too low, and it just goes to the strength of this field here. He is the 15th most expensive player on this slate, but he's probably the hottest player on tour right now. Last 4 starts, everything in the top 6, including a T4, T6, a solo third, and a T3rd. He has 5 top 10s in his last 6 starts. He's just been absolutely on fire, and he has had really good results here at the U.S. Open. You can see his last 6 starts, no worse than a T28, a couple of top 15s in there. I mean, he's just been really good, and with kind of the U.S. Open, with it rotating courses every year, we don't have a lot of course history on these guys, so I'm leaning more on recent form, and there's really nobody better than Matt Kuchar right now. All right, and finally, I like to give you one of more of a deep value plays, and this week I think it's going to be Lucas Glover. He's only $6,200. He has had some really, really weird stats this season. You can see he's third in total driving. He's second in greens and regulation percentage, so he is getting to the green better than most every player on tour. And then he's 175th in total putting. Really, really bad on the greens. That is a major concern for me this week, considering these greens are probably going to be some of the toughest greens these guys see all season. So yes, I'm absolutely concerned about his putting. But for $6,200, you can invest in a guy who won the U.S. Open in 2009. We know that he has the pedigree to win this championship, and he's probably having the best season since he won the U.S. Open. So he had some down years there, but this year he's back at it. He's got 5 top 25s. He has 2 top 10s. You know, I think you can do much worse at 6,200 than Lucas Glover. Kind of like a little sneaky guy, but most certainly a GPP play because his putting could absolutely kill him this week. But he's been really good everywhere else, so I'm at least somewhat interested. Okay, that's it. If you like this video, do me a favor and click the thumbs up button below, and I'll keep making them. See ya.